Hello, I am here to make an easy to follow guide on what Artfight is and how to go about starting if you're a beginner, and try to answer any questions that you guys might have about it. Alright, so if you're new to Artfight, you're probably thinking like, what is it? What is going on? Who's fighting who? So the premise of Artfight is really fun. The most simple way to explain it is it's a month-long art game where we're split into 2 teams, and our attacks on each other are drawings of the other team's characters. Defenses are drawings that we receive from the other team, and friendly fire is when you attack someone on your own team, but you don't get as many points for those ones. Every drawing that you make wins a certain amount of points based on the points criteria. You can list any original characters that you own as long as they abide by the rules, which I will explain later. Your characters can have set rules if you are particular about certain things, or just want things a certain way when people draw them. Every year, a huge community of artists join the art fight and have a lot of fun meeting new people and bonding over like characters or whatever. I first joined Artfight after hearing about it from some of my friends in like 2018. I've been doing it for quite a while. I've had some good years where I draw a ton and score a bunch of points, and then I've had bad years where I'm just like burnt out and I only do like 4 attacks. And the mindset that you have going into it is everything, and the purpose of this video is to explain Artfight to those who haven't joined or are new to it, and offer some advice as someone who's participated for a few years. A few. Hopefully it'll give you a nice outlook on the event and maybe inspire some newcomers. I'm gonna have my old Artfight attacks throughout the video, just whenever in the background. Okay, so how do you start? After you made your account, the website can be like pretty overwhelming. There's a lot to see and figure out, so it's important not to take it too fast. The website has suffered from a lot of issues with like management and outages. More on that later. There aren't as many features as there probably should be, but I will try to explain it clearly and help explain like what you can do and how to navigate the site. One thing I will warn you guys about is that every single year, without fail, the website is going to go down, and it will be slow and laggy, or just sometimes not load at all. It's just a fact of life at this point, but it's improved a lot since new management has taken control. Just be patient with the management team. Their team is made up of a lot of volunteers and hardworking people, so they typically add a few days at the end of the event to make up for the downtime, because it will be completely down for some points of time. You're going to want to save the pictures from your bookmark characters as soon as you can, just so you can have it even when the website is down. When you first make your account, you'll see the Artfight homepage, which usually has the current points in the game, like of the teams while it's active. Right now it's not because it hasn't started yet, but that's where that will be. It also shows the most recent news posts from the Artfight management team. They post updates on the site, and as of recently, they've had just really nice communication with the community, and they've been pretty transparent on where the funds they receive are used, so I recommend checking it out once you're familiar with the site. From here, you can customize your profile any way you want. On the top right icon, click on the arrow, and it will open a window. This is the main navigation window, and it's where you can find your profile or like account info. Manage all of your things on the site relating to like characters and art, and there's like PM system too. When you click on profile, it'll take you to your public page that everyone can see. You can get pretty elaborate with it if you have the skills, but I keep mine simple because I don't really know how to do coding. Just press the edit button on the right side of the profile, and you can fill it with any information you just want the community to know about you, or how you draw, or how you intend on playing the game. If you want to fill out the template that the management gives out every year, that's a really easy way to showcase that. For my profile, I put a little bio about me, what I will and won't draw, and my intentions for this year's game. In my profile, I made a little claw machine that you can click on to pick a random character. I followed a tutorial to figure out how to set up the clicking, and I will credit this person. It's a very nice video and it's really cute. So if you want to do something like this, you can check out their tutorial. On the next tab is character permissions, and this is pretty straightforward, but this is the spot where you can choose to write any rules that you have for people potentially drawing your characters. There can be rules for each character, but this is just a general one that pops up like at the top of your character collection page. On the left side of the tabs is where you can change your profile photo and select what art or characters to filter according to whatever your preference is. This will just hide things from view and censor it completely, unless you choose to unhide it. And back at your profile, this is where you'll see your attacks and defenses. So you will get a notification when you get an attack in the messages menu, and yeah. There is also a huge page on here that shows you how many points each thing gives you and how to score it and how to like say what it is and how much time you put into it. There's a whole guide on that, so you can check out this page and it'll just keep you well informed on how to score your attack once the game starts. So for filtering and the rules, the most important thing to do is to read these very thoroughly and have a good understanding of it. Under the help menu, there's more information that is just like important to know. So a quick TLDR is just any sort of nudity or sensitive content or gore that needs to be filtered. You have like the option to select which filter it goes under. Please read over the rules. I don't have time to fully explain every single one of them, but it's important to know the rules so you don't accidentally break it, or just to keep everyone involved comfortable and happy. I'll do a quick little skim of the intention of like each section just for a little bit of context. For general rules, it's just like don't be a douche, no adult content or talk, just be considerate. Upload rules, no AI at all whatsoever. Credit everyone involved and no art theft of any medium. That includes like photography and stuff, so just be mindful of that. Only art created by you with no previous assets or bases and no copyrighted material. And the spirit of Artfight rules, only draw during the event and no bases, and respect people's character rules. It's pretty straightforward, but just be sure to read them and respect the rules. Click on the submit button on the top center of the site and then character. During the fight, this is also the spot where you go to submit an attack. It'll have attack under there. The uploading process is pretty annoying because you have to upload each image one at a time and the screen is kind of confusing to understand. So I'll try to explain it the best I can. So you can put down the name and description and permissions of your character, and you can link to their toy house if you have one. On the bottom left is where you will put the filter if the character needs a filter. And right here is the filters guide if you need to look at it again. You can link a species sheet if it's a close species or whatever. Just make sure if you did not design the character, you select no, and then you will put the person who did design the character. And the main image here, this means that it's the image that will be the first thing that they see when they click on the character. And on the bottom right, it's the tags, which helps you be able to spread the character to more people. If you put in a tag that explains the character, they'll be able to search that word and your character will pop up. Once your character is uploaded, you will be on their page immediately. So to add more info or images to them, just click on the edit button. Feel free to add or change whatever you want here. To add more pictures, just click on the images tab. And the images menu is really confusing and weird for no reason, so I'm gonna explain that real quick. Okay, so at the top of the images tab, it's gonna have kind of like two galleries of what images you have uploaded already. So for select main image, this is going to be the image that pops up as soon as they click on it, the full view of it. And then the thumbnail image is going to be the little kind of profile picture that your character has. These two can be different. Just keep in mind that that's what is going on these two separate galleries. Then you will see upload new image, which will have main image and thumbnail image, and it's pretty similar to what I just explained. So it will be the main image, which is the full entire image, and then thumbnail will be the little profile picture for that image in the gallery itself. So if you just want the full picture, you don't have to upload a thumbnail image. And on the very bottom, it'll just be a list of each image that you have, and you can edit it from there. That's how you would go about editing each specific one without having to re-upload it. Okay, once you have your characters uploaded, you want to find other people's characters. So this is also a little bit confusing, but there's a section to find newly uploaded characters, to tag search for characters, and there is also a random character button. On the browse tab, you can find the characters button, and that will show you the most currently uploaded characters to the website. I think that's a good way to find users who are going to be participating this year, and to also find characters that you want to draw specifically based off how they look and not just who attacked you. That's how I find most of my bookmarks. Tag search is really cool if you're looking for a certain type of characteristic when you're looking for who to attack. So I really love drawing cute characters or like dessert related characters, so I can just search up those words to find them. Just make sure the person that you bookmarked them from is active this year, because these characters will pop up from whenever they were uploaded. And the same with the random character button. It will be a completely random character on the website, but you may happen to land on an inactive player, so just remember to check that. Once you find a character that you like, you can bookmark it. You can bookmark any character that people have listed and just save it for later. A newly added addition to the bookmarks is that now you can make folders, so that's really cool. I have one for revenges and for ones that I just have that I like. I just really like this, and I'm excited to see them add more features. And to find your bookmarks again, you just go back up to the top right arrow and you go down to manage, and your bookmarks will be there. Okay, so any questions that pop up, there is an entire page full of FAQs, but I'm going to just run through a couple of the ones that are things that I specifically wondered in particular. Okay, so can you switch teams after the event has started? Yes, you can switch your team during the event. You can actually revert to a spectator, and then you can choose your team again, but you can only do this twice, so be sure whenever you do it. How do I reply to someone? There's no real actual replying system on the site, but the reply button on there will @ the person for you, so you don't have to type it every time. Can I delete an attack? Yes, you can delete an attack, but I think that you should only do that if you absolutely have to. It messes with the points and can be upsetting for the people that you drew the attack for if it's just suddenly missing, you know? If you don't like the art that you've done in previous years, you can always change the thumbnail of the attack to obscure it. So what I did was put a new thumbnail on each year of the year before that just has the year on it. So it makes it obscured that they can only see the whole picture if they click on it. Can people see my bookmarks? Nope. No one can see your bookmarks. They are private. It doesn't even tell them if anyone has bookmarked the character, so you're good. And the last question is, how do I find my friends page? There is no user search function right now. I don't know why. The way that you have to do it is just, you have to go to your home page and type in their user after the little squiggly. I don't know why this hasn't been a thing, but yeah, it took me forever to figure that out. So as I said in the beginning, I joined Artfight in 2018, so this year will mark the 8th year that I have participated in the event. Over the years, I've done a lot of different kinds of art, as you can see, and just different styles, and I found a better groove in the past couple of years. I had an easier time with it, but I used to struggle big time and get burnt out really quickly. So it's really important to manage your expectations and go into it with a good mindset. Okay, first of all, we're going to go over the don'ts. And this is going to seem pretty negative, but it just needs to be said so you go into it with a good mindset and know what you shouldn't be thinking. So this is the most long-winded one. This is the most important one for your sanity and enjoyment of the event. Attack people because you want to draw the character. Just don't go into this thinking this is a guarantee to get art from artists that you like or that you want from. This is supposed to be an event to celebrate the art of giving and celebrating people's characters because you like them or want to do something nice for someone. Don't go into it with the sole purpose of getting something back from someone, or you're just going to get burnt out and really disappointed. People aren't art machines, and I'm sure you wouldn't like it if someone drew something for you just to get something out of you and they didn't really care about it. Think about the fun and enjoyment of getting to know other people's characters and making them happy knowing that someone got enjoyment from it or could connect with them in some way. I'm just trying to say, don't be rude, be nice, and care about what you're doing and you won't be disappointed. Okay, the next one is don't ignore people's character permissions or change the way a character looks. This is just really disrespectful, and people's OCs are very personal and important to them. You're getting a look into what this person loves and enjoys, so just please treat it with respect. And it is a reportable offense if somebody is changing your character, drawing them a certain way that you are not okay with. You can report it, and just keep that in mind. And the last one is, don't worry about having perfect references for your characters and rushing to get everything perfect before it starts. People seriously worry about this every single year, and you just don't need to burn yourself out before the event begins. As long as you have a piece of art, you can upload it. Even just make a collage of multiple drawings, that will work perfectly fine. Don't stress out too much. Okay, now we're gonna go over some do's. So please respond to the attacks that you get, no matter the skill level of the artist. I've seen it time and time again where artists will get on here and get a bunch of drawings made for them, and they literally do not respond at all to any of the art that people made for them. It's happened to me personally, and I will spend hours of my time making art for someone and they won't even give a courtesy thank you. Just be humble and nice to people that are giving a gift to you, and I understand being shy, and you don't have to thank them publicly. You could just thank them in a PM or something, but just think about how people feel. Do attack people who haven't had any attacks yet, or just brand new people playing the game. It's really important that everybody has fun, and you don't just go after certain types of art. I love to find characters that belong to kids on here and draw a really nice picture for them. You know, like, young teenagers aren't expecting a whole lot, so it's really nice to spread joy to people who aren't expecting the most. And the final one is draw characters you like and are inspired by, and comment on people's profiles or characters if you like them. You know, just let people know what you're feeling, and artists love having their art appreciated, so it's a lot of you give and you get, so you gotta care about other people. Okay, so in conclusion, the event is a lot of fun, and I hope this video helps you understand it and cleared up some things. With the amount of exposure it's gotten from TikTok, a lot of people join and really don't know how to go about it, and especially when it comes to younger people, like young teenagers, they'll go into it thinking a certain way, and I just hope that people can come into it with a more positive mindset and enjoy the gift of giving. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, or go to the rules, or ask a moderator. They have a really active Discord server if that's your thing. I don't really use Discord, but yeah. I think they do mini events throughout the year on there, and you can get in touch with the mods on there. I'm really looking forward to this year's fight, and I hope to see you guys there. Feel free to leave your usernames in the comments, and I'll follow you and stuff. Bye.